Okay, Coach, this storied franchise in Dallas and their fans are hungry and hopeful to add another championship banner in the rafters as we settle in for some playoff football at AT&T Stadium. Today we continue on in Wildcard Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Go! 180! Watch by 4. Down to lose 1. Watch work! Safety's creeping! Show it up! Show it
up! Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
I'm here all day.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw is Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check, cross. It was 154.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
There you go. Mike, 45. Y'all not ready.
Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. Hey, echo. Hey, let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 55 is mine, guys. 55. Here we go, D.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest work.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Marnow to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Check pass. Check pass. Man, hey, box truck, box truck. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 50. Check 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert, alert. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried a stress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. Does the big boy have the juice? And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Under pressure, they got him again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Cooper was the intended target. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Let's go, defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
54. Mike, 54. Hey, let's get this.
Hey, Alpha.
54, Mike.
Out of the gun, Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it'll be second and goal. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. Mike's 5-4, Mike.
Alert.
Man, I got you.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Mike, 54. Watch the run.
On first down, Cohen. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Man, I got you.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is Just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. This to Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Prescott on 1st down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Eddie Goldman picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get them pushing, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run. They're running it.
And he be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Here's Prescott. And it's caught. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They go to Elliott again. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check the backer, check the backer. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Hey, tank.
They keep it on the ground. White again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
it's Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen here. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And look at this, it's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Against the mic. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. To try again after the sack, Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one, that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 15. And he's going to let it go deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 60.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down now. It's White, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Trubisky will throw. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Right there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky keeping it himself from 10 yards away. Then the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw. Prescott. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah,